Everyone knew Lucille Ball as the brilliant redhead who built Desilu Studios and changed television forever with I Love Lucy. But power gave her something else too, a front-row seat to behavior the public never saw. Before she died, Lucille privately named 7 actresses she believed were truly evil, not on screen, but in real life. Some were co-stars, some were Hollywood legends worshipped around the world, and every one of them left Lucy with a memory darker than the last. Joan Crawford terrified her more than anyone. The world saw Crawford as a polished icon of old Hollywood glamour. Lucille saw a woman who hid cruelty behind diamonds and perfect posture. After working with her, Lucille quietly told a friend, "All she has is glamour. Underneath is nothing but ice." The breaking point came in 1971 during Crawford's guest appearance on Here's Lucy. Crawford demanded the studio temperature be locked at 68 degrees, her chair angled precisely, and the lighting sculpted to her face. Lucille didn't argue. What bothered her came next. A 22-year-old wardrobe assistant brought Crawford a dress with a barely visible wrinkle. Crawford didn't correct her, she destroyed her. Witnesses heard her hiss, "You're a useless little nothing. Toilets would be lucky to have you." The girl ran out crying. Crawford demanded she be fired. Lucille refused, and from that moment on, she never forgave her. When the cameras rolled, Crawford turned charming and radiant. When they stopped, she went cold again. Lucille later whispered, "I've worked with mannequins who felt more human." To Lucy, cruelty toward powerless people revealed everything. Judy Garland left a different kind of scar. Lucille admired Judy's voice, her soul, her tragic brilliance, but she also saw the chaos that followed her everywhere. Garland's darkness didn't come from malice, it came from destruction without control. Lucille once heard about a shoot where Garland was due at 5 a.m. The entire crew waited all day. Judy arrived at 2 p.m., apologized, delivered 30 minutes of absolute magic, then announced she was too tired and left. The next morning, 3 crew members were fired because the production went over budget. Lucille never forgot that. "Talent doesn't excuse destruction," she said at a private dinner. She mourned Judy when she died, but not the turmoil she left behind. Ava Gardner disturbed Lucille in a colder way. Ava wasn't chaotic, she was savage. Lucille saw her humiliate a young wardrobe assistant over a barely noticeable seam, saying calmly, "You can't fix incompetence with more incompetence." The girl froze in shame. Lucille felt sick. Ava didn't make mistakes, she later said. She made victims. At a cocktail party, Ava publicly sneered, "Oh, the washed-up clown, she's still working," when Lucille's name came up. Ava's beauty protected her, Lucille believed. If she hadn't been beautiful, she once said, no one would have tolerated who she really was. Bette Davis was different again. Lucille respected her talent, but despised her behavior. At an industry dinner, Lucille watched Bette verbally tear apart a young waiter who brought the wrong wine. The boy apologized again and again, while Davis continued, enjoying the humiliation. Crawford was cold, Lucille said later. Bette enjoyed inflicting the wound. To Lucy, greatness should protect people, not crush them. They avoided each other for decades. Zsa Zsa Gabor didn't scare Lucille. She disgusted her. Lucille believed Zaza was fake to the bone, a walking performance. At a charity event, cameras flashed as Zaza smiled like royalty. The moment they stopped, she snapped at a volunteer, "I don't sit with peasants." Later, when another young volunteer brushed her coat, Zaza smiled sweetly and whispered, "Do that again and I'll make sure you never work in this town." Lucille watched, sickened. "Nothing about her is real," she said later. "Fake kindness is worse than open cruelty." When Zaza slapped a police officer years later, Lucille wasn't surprised. There she is, the real one. Lucille never claimed these women were villains. In movies, she believed they were something worse, powerful people who chose cruelty when kindness cost nothing. To her, the most dangerous evil wasn't loud or dramatic. It smiled, demanded perfection, and crushed anyone who couldn't fight back. Now that you've heard the 7 names Lucille Ball revealed, which one shocked you the most? Do you think Hollywood still hides people like this today? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more untold stories from classic Hollywood, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss what comes next.